I guess good morning. So you are here seeing for yourself where Foster Cummins is very disrespectful, is very ungrateful because the residents in the Hocketa calling on him to represent them. And he said it have nothing to do with him. Foster Cummins is saying it have absolutely nothing to do with him. The agency doing whatever process the agency doing, and it have nothing to do with him. But he come in the area promising them that he will fix roads, he will do so much of things for them. And he turned his back on the resident. If you is an MP, Foster Cummins, I want to say that this morning, you have all duty to represent those who select you or to give you that mantle of office. And if you fail to do that, Foster Cummins, therefore, what is the sense? You are holding a position and you don't want to represent your constituency. That is so embarrassing. I want to say to all these residents in La Hocketa, all you know who are dealing with now, and this is the type of arrogance in the People's National Movement. This is the type of dictatorship in the People's National Movement. So I'm saying to the residents in La Hocketa, you know what to do this year, 2025, to make the right decision. Do not vote for these people in them. These people in them is wicked. They are indictive. I saw for a fact where the agency take a position in removing homes where persons squatting and so forth, and I don't know the real findings in it. But as I say again, the minister supposed to intervene. Whether the resident right or wrong, the minister who have that mantle supposed to come, meet with the resident, have some form of leniency with the resident, find some way so the resident could rest their head, because a number of the resident is complaining they have absolutely no way to stay. They have no money, right? And the Foster Cummins, who is very ungrateful and deceitful, when you hear him speak, he are not speaking compassion. He have absolutely no heart for no human. So what that tells you, man, what that tells you, we will continue to vote for these people. When you hear the leader of the People's National Movement, the media house asking him that we come with like a laughing stock. Because the reason why we are a laughing stock is because we are importing fluid in our country. We are importing fluid. We have a refinery which producing gas, and which that gas lasting in the vehicle. The fluid that coming in or importing coming into our country, I don't know what type of fluid it is. It is not lasting in your vehicle. And then the Prime Minister, with his arrogant statement, is saying, these are people who are making mischief. They are on mischief. What is that? So if we importing, what is that? You see, the money is not coming out of the PM pocket, the Prime Minister pocket. It is coming out of each poor, the voiceless, those who have a voice. All these monies is coming out for the taxpayers. We, the taxpayers who have the economy going on round and round, the money coming out of our pocket. It is not coming out from the PM pocket. So he don't care one damn. This place could run down. This place could go in a shamble. He don't care one damn. I want to say this morning and going forward, let us prepare to come together, to unite together, to stand together, so that these people of Senegal must not get the hands of office. Because Senegal, they have absolutely no heart for the small man. They're showing for a fact who they are. They are showing for a fact who they are. And if you are turning your back on the poor citizen in St. Joseph who are asking you for some form of support, so for some form of assistance, and you failed for Cummins to represent these people and them in St. Joseph, I want to say to Foster Cummins, you are a disgrace. You are a disgrace to society. I want to say that, Foster Cummins. And I will say that with absolutely no fear. And if I see you face to face, Trust me, I'll hit you left, right, and center. You all, as a matter of fact, lying to the resident St. Joseph, another St. Joseph, but right through this country, all the ministers continue to lie to the poor, to the voiceless, and for those who don't have a voice. And when they get in office, they don't have time with you. They have persons today who want help and not getting it from these people and them. And today, it have some people who have absolutely no choice. Because the reason why they have absolutely no choice, it is because if they don't vote for the PNM, they can't get a CPAP or a URP contract. I want to say to these persons who work in CPAP and URP, that is not a future for you. CPAP work, URP work, that is not a future. It cannot be a future for you. Do not class yourself so low for a CPAP work or for a URP work. The Lord gave you a hand. He gave you ears. He gave you a nose. He gave you a mouth. And that is for you to be conscious, not allowing people to have you under siege or under bondage. Right? That is why most of these persons who work in CPAP and URP, they're catching their ass in. But they vote in PNM. They hold on to PNM because they want the CPAP work, they want the URP work. I am not going to downgrade myself for no CPAP work or for no URP work. That cannot sustain you. It cannot sustain you because when you go in the supermarket, every single month, you are seeing on a regular basis, the prices continue to rise in the supermarket. Your salary is not going up. Your salary remains the same. And why today you are allowing yourself to allow a government to have you under bondage, right? Christopher Colombo don't care about the country. As I was saying again, Brian Manning is a disgrace. I want to say that to him. Brian Manning, you are a disgrace. And I'll say that with no fear because your father is turning in the grave. I want to remind Brian Manning, that same person who you are standing next to or behind, Christopher Colombo, I want to remind you. Remember, I could recall, Rowley indicate he went lucky toe. Is it lucky toe or lucky toe? Right? And he put a spell on your father. He sent a blow for your father, deceased for Patrick Manning. Right? Because he want the leadership of the People's National Movement. I can remember that. Patrick Manning said, I see hate. I see bitterness. I see animosity. And when you see a man can't have his way, he get arrogant. He get ignorant. Right? And he operate like a raging bull. That is what your deceased father indicate to Christopher Colombo Rowley. I want to remind you that, Brian Manning, you are a blasted disgrace to your own father. You are a blasted disgrace to your own father. I remember that. Your father did not like the dot of Dr. Christopher Colombo Rowley because Rowley, as I say again, is very ignorant, arrogant, and have absolutely no pity for nobody. You forget that? But I want to remind you that I will never forget deceased Patrick Manning where he indicate. I see hate. I see bitterness. I see animosity. Right? And I see a man completely out of control. Completely out of control. The minute you approach him, he get angry. And if you continue to agitate, he became a raging bull. That is what this is Patrick Manning indicate to Christopher Colombo Rowley. Right? Don't forget that. Don't forget that today I see you standing up against a beast, a devil, a Satan, a Lego beast, a Jamet. That is what Dr. Keith Rowley is. He's a Jamet. He operates like a Jamet. Right? And I'll say that with absolutely no fear. And you see, for those who are saying that here what? Everything is politics, politics, and politics. I want to indicate to persons, if you are venturing into a relationship where you see somebody that you like, you have to choose the right words so that person to gravitate to you. If you go off, therefore that person will turn their back on you. That you will not get no form of attention. So I'll break it down to persons who've talking the foolishness. If you are going in to see anybody that you like or you're interested in, you have to go, you have to use the right approach, the right method. And if you don't use the right approach, the right method, therefore you won't get through. It goes for both sides. You have to dress good. If you are not dressing good, taking care of yourself, you feel any woman will lie down with anybody. You feel a woman will put herself with a man who don't have a job. Well, I know you have some who doing that, who go in and put themselves with a man who don't have a job. Because them don't want no future for themselves. You have some of them doing that. But a woman who is conscious, who want a future for themselves, is not going to lie down with somebody who cannot mind them, who cannot sustain them, who cannot take them to a level that they want to go. Right? And women now is not foolish. Women now is not like long time. If you don't have a house, if you don't have a stable job, they don't want you. I can assure you that. If you don't have a job and a house, a roof over your head, they don't want you. They will use you, but they don't want you. Right? So I'm saying again, I break it down so that you will understand what I'm speaking about this morning. Everything you're doing is about politics. Everything you're doing, you have to know what to say to attract a crowd. If you go off, people will not watch you. People will not have time with your video. People will just watch it and just go away because they see it have persons today. When they open their mouth, they don't know what to say. They absolutely don't know what to say. They are very off. They have no spice. They have no, they don't know how to attract a crowd. So I indicate the persons Central, Diego Martin, Laventille, Belmont. The time has come for all of us as a country and as a nation and as a society coming together, uniting together. Because I want to indicate to persons, if you fail to come together or unite together, the People's National Movement will continue to carry the country backward, not forward, but backward. Their mission is not to diverse the economy. Their mission is not to take the country so that young people will have a future for themselves. They want to have young people, as saying again, as beggars, as sufferers. And we have to break that. We have to break that. This 2025, we must be here to break that. So I'm saying to all civil rights, I'm saying to all activists, don't hate, don't malice, don't vengeance, but let us come together. Let us come together. Let us unite together. Because I'm saying again, if we fail as leaders to come together and to unite together, young people will have absolutely no future for themselves. It's about future. Young people must have some form of future plan for themselves, man. They must have some form of stability going forward within themselves, man. Right? I fed up with these wicked, evil people. Hear how they're talking. Hear how the Prime Minister talking. Hear how Foster Cummings talking. Foster Cummings speaking just like Rowley. All of them, absolutely all of them have to go. All of them. Right? These people is the worst. First time I see it.